Hello, my soul tribe, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So today's video, I thought I would be doing a card reading for this full moon in Libra coming up here in April, this April 19th, 2019. So that's going to be this Friday. I'm filming this on a Monday. Hopefully it'll be up for you guys by tomorrow, which will be Tuesday here, the 16th. So you guys will have a little bit of time to kind of figure out what it is that you want to do for this full moon, anything it is that you want to release or maybe attract into your life. It's all up to you. Don't let people tell you what you should do on the full moon or the new moon. It's really all up to you intuitively. So I figured I'd do a card reading here. And so this card reading is going to be more so about the energy behind this full moon in Libra that we're going to be experiencing on April 19th here, just before we kick off Taurus season the next day, April 20th. So yeah, this is going to be all about the energy for that full moon. And my hopes for this reading is that you guys can kind of take away, okay, this is the energy I'm going to be dealing with, because that's how I look at astrology. Astrologically, I kind of look at the planets and their aspects and everything as a means for kind of a tool for me to get through my day or my week or my month or my year, my life in general, honestly. So I like to work with the energy, not work against it. Whatever is going on in the cosmos, as above, so below, as below, so above. So, whatever is going on up there, we feel it down here. And I'm a huge, firm, strong believer in that. So I figured I'd do a card reading for you guys for this full moon in Libra happening April 19th, 2019. A lot of people say that full moons are good for releasing. Me personally, I just go off intuitively how I'm feeling. If I feel as though I need to release something, then I will release on a full moon, but I've even released on new moons. And I've attracted things on a new moon as well as a full moon. So it's really just all up to you. So let's just go on ahead and jump into this reading. It's going to be kind of a big spread. That way we can get a nice full reading as to what's going to be going on energetically for this full moon. Okay, so the very first card that we have here is the Three of Wands. The next card that we have here is the Lovers in reverse. The next card that we have here is the Five of Cups in reverse. The next card that we have is the Eight of Wands. And the last card for the tarot cards that we have is the Four of Coins in reverse, which I've been seeing a lot of. I've been seeing a lot of this Three of Wands. The Lovers I've been seeing kind of frequently recently, and especially this Four of Coins, I've been seeing this for my own personal tarot pulls. One of the first things that I heard looking at this Three of Wands here was I heard taking the first step, and then I paired that with this Lover's card here, which I saw as someone looking for deeper meaning. As I stared into this card, I saw somebody looking for deep meaning, like looking for the deepest meaning in almost all things, but especially life, looking for meaning in their relationships, looking for meaning in their day-to-day, looking for meaning in their relationships, looking for meaning in their work, looking for meaning in their home, just looking for a very deep meaning. And like I said, this is not describing a person, it's just kind of describing the energy. So this could be the energy that we're all feeling in some way, shape, or form for this full moon in Libra. But obviously, everyone's going to be feeling this on a different scale and in a kind of a, different way, depending on your natal chart, how it is you're going to feel this. It's going to come across differently for everyone. But just as far as what the energy behind this full moon is what this card reading is concerning. So back to the card reading. Like I said, I was seeing somebody that was really looking for deeper, or not seeing somebody, but I was really seeing the energy of looking for deeper meaning in life, looking for deeper meaning in relationships, looking for deeper meaning in their day-to-day, just coming to a place where it's like, what is the purpose here? What is the meaning here? What's going on here? What's going on there? What's the reason for being here? What's the purpose? And just really needing depth in the things that we do, basically. So really getting this sense of a vibe of like just needing some depth and needing some meaning and needing some purpose. Now with this 5 of Cups here, what I saw in reverse is I saw the energy of, yes, things have happened, but I'm looking forward. I'm not even concerned with the things that have happened because it's so trivial. It's almost as if someone kind of waking up and going, oh my gosh, like nothing matters anymore. All these little things that used to matter just don't matter anymore. Like I said, the Lovers here, finding deep, deep meaning, finding depth in all things. And this 5 of Cups, I'm seeing somebody very clearly that just, or I'm seeing the energy very clearly of just looking forward, just looking forward and looking for this meaning, looking for this depth, looking for it in all things, looking for it in things that have happened, looking for it in things that haven't happened yet, looking for depth and meaning in things that are happening at the moment. But it's almost as if looking past the situation or looking past what is going on, because we're trying to find meaning now. Now we're trying to find purpose. Okay, maybe shit has hit the fan. Why has this happened? Instead of getting angry, instead of getting explosive, instead of responding in a way that maybe we normally would respond and it gets us nowhere, what is the actual meaning behind this? Why is this happening? That's what I'm seeing with the energy. Anyways, moving on here. With this 8 of Wands, the very first thing that I heard with this 8 of Wands was laser beam focus. And I mean, as you can see, I see, you know, if you take a very close look at this card here, you see all of these different kind of rays of light centering in and focusing in on this, like, it looks like an island, you know, it looks like a destination, looks like a beautiful island, looks like a place that you're trying to get to, you want to go to. And we also know that the 8 of Wands means things happening at a very quick pace. So like I said, for me, this is completely a shift in perception. This is completely a shift in the way that we look at things and the way that we do things. Because of us shifting our perception and shifting the way that we see things and trying to see deeper meaning into things, it's like life doesn't look the same anymore. People don't look the same anymore. Relationships don't look the same anymore. Just the day-to-day life doesn't look the same anymore. Everything looks and feels completely foreign and different. And you know, it's more so about what I've been doing hasn't necessarily been working, or what I've been doing has got me to this place, and I'm still looking for answers. I'm still looking for fulfillment. You know what I mean? And kind of centering that focus, kind of centering that gaze on, okay, finally, I know where it is I need to direct my focus at. Why does this keep happening? Or why is this happening? Instead of me getting emotionally attached to the situation, let me detach myself from it and observe the situation for what it is and try to figure out exactly why it's happening, what caused it in the first place. Me getting upset with it, me getting angry about it, what is that going to help? What is that going to help me reacting in this way? And that's the amazing thing about Libra being an air sign. Air signs are very detached from situations because they attach themselves more so to the intellectual meaning behind what they're experiencing. So that's the amazing thing behind Libra. So to actually see this and me knowing what Libra is all about is very, very interesting. So before I get into all that, moving on to the very last card here, we have the 4 of Coins in reverse, and that signaled to me, or that signified to me, somebody ready to let go of the familiar, somebody ready to leave the comfortable, somebody ready to take risks. Because with the 4 of Coins, we know that this is somebody that's been harboring something that it is that they feel that they lack or that they don't have very much of. So what they do is they hold on very tightly to what it is that they do have. And it might only be 4 coins, but they're holding on to it for dear life because it's like, well, I don't have anything else, so I have to hold on to it. And to see this in reverse for me signified, like I said, somebody ready to say, you know what, I'm done holding on. I'm done searching for comfort. Now I'm searching for meaning. Now I'm searching for purpose. And if that means risking what it is that I do have, then so be it, because I'm at this place right now where I do have what I have and it's still not enough. Okay, so let's go on ahead and get to these oracle cards. So the very first one that we have here is compassion. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. I love that. The next one that we have here is Butterfly Maiden. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Yes, you guys, enormous change happening for this full moon in Libra. Like I said, shift in perspective, a complete shift in how it is that we view and see reality, see our world, see our relationships, see our day-to-day life, see everything completely differently. Like I just said, the next card that we have here, happy. Finding contentment, finding peace in the present, finding peace in the now. The next card that we have here is deep knowing. This is being intuitively connected, you guys. So for this full moon in Libra, expect some very powerful connections to your intuition. Or to your intuitive abilities. The next card that we have here is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Yes, and we just got this deep knowing card right here. So for sure, I see how these two cards go hand in hand with each other. The next card that we have, Deep Replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. So this is a time for rest right now as well. The next card that we have here is Scorpio, I transform. Another transformation card, just like the Butterfly Maiden here. So another transformation card, you guys. Let me figure out where to put this so you guys can still see. The next card that we have here is Chiron Healing. Yes, just like I saw here with this Five of Cups in reverse. No matter what I've experienced, no matter what has happened, I'm still looking forward. I'm looking past everything that's happened. I'm looking for meaning. So, okay, this is why I love oracle cards. They just confirm everything it is that we see within these tarot cards. So the next card that we have here is Octopus, which I absolutely love this animal oracle deck. I've been super drawn to it lately, so I had to use it for this card reading. And the very last card that I have here is Dream Sweet, Sleep Deep. Sleep that's blue and lasts till morn. Wondrous dreams for days reborn. Okay, you guys, so I am definitely I'm seeing so much transformation, and that's exactly what I was seeing in the tarot cards. So I love that it came up in the oracle cards as well to kind of let us know, we were on the right track within this tarot spread here. But deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. We have Chiron Healing, happy, deep knowing. Let me move these down so you guys can see the oracle cards. Deep knowing, Butterfly Maiden transformation, compassion, dream, sweet, sleep, deep, pillar of light. For me, all these oracle cards are signaling we are transitioning from whatever was going on within this Five of Cups, where it's like we have to walk away from a situation that's just no longer serving us, or that's just no longer helping us. It's just no longer conducive for us or beneficial in any sort of way. Now it's actually damaging or detrimental to our well-being. Whatever that is, whatever this Five of Cups is, we are so looking past that right now for this energy of this full moon. The energy of this full moon is really pressing us and really pulling us to look past what has happened. Look past the shit hitting the fan. Look towards something deeper. That is what this full moon in Libra is really screaming at us right now, because the full moon in Libra wants us to see both sides. That's what Libra is all about. That's why Libra is represented with scales as its symbol, because Libra is all about balance. I know a lot of people, they kind of generalize Libra and say that Libran energy is all about relationships and stuff like that, but it's not. Libra is really, even though Libra does love its relationships, Libra is about partnerships, because Libra represents represents balance. That's why we see the scales in the sign of Libra. So Libra is all about, okay, yes, this has happened. Okay, yes, we feel this, but now it's time to look forward. Now it's time to look at the other side of things. Don't just look at things from your perspective. Just like it's okay to feel whatever it is you feel from the situation. It's okay for our emotions to do what it is that they do. We cannot control our emotions, but what we can control is our perception, and our perception controls our reactions. So if we can control our perception, we can control our reaction. And if we can control our perception, we can see the deeper meaning to these situations. Like I said, we're looking for deeper meaning right now with this Lovers card here. We're looking for deeper meaning. We're looking for purpose, deep knowing. We want to connect with something deeper. Deep knowing is just like the High Priestess card. It's all about being intuitively strong right now, intuitively capable right now, being very intuitively aligned right now. So Libra is going to have us in a space where we are very intuitively connected to source for this full moon in Libra, or at least this full moon in Libra is really urging us to be intuitively connected to source. Energy behind this full moon is going to be all about what is the meaning. You know, what is the meaning? Deep meaning. It's going to be all about deep meaning and deep knowing. You know, it's really this energy behind, I'm not just going to kind of take things at face value. I'm going to try to read between the lines, but go even deeper than that. Dream sweet, deep sleep to me, or dream sweet, sleep deep to me, is signaling, just like with the deep replenishment right here, retreat, rest, and be held. Right here we have the deep replenishment card, retreat, rest, be held, and then this dream, sweet, sleep deep card, sleep that's deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. To me, both of these cards is signaling to the energy of really wanting to be kind of secluded, kind of alone, kind of to ourselves, because we're going to be going through so much deep transformation. Okay, we have Butterfly, Maiden transformation, and Scorpio, I transform. Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto. Pluto is all about death and transformation. Death is not necessarily just the end of things. Death is actually the end of a phase, so we can transition into another phase. And this is why Scorpio is all about transformation. Pluto is all about death and transformation. And for me, Libra as well, with it being about the scales, is all about, okay, we've done things one way. Now let's look at doing things a different way. Let's look at transitioning. Let's look at changing things around. And Libra, being a cardinal air sign, is really all about transitioning and turning things around. Not turning things around, but it's all about, you know, if air sign like Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini needs to change things up or needs to do things differently, they're going to change things up like that. There's no thought to it, you know, because it's like, well, this hasn't been working, let me try something else. And that's the amazing thing that we can really learn from air signs. Even if you're not an air sign, or even if you don't have very much of the air element in your natal chart, it still doesn't mean too much. We're still going to be feeling this energy. And that's the amazing thing about Libra, is because it's able to see both sides. And that's what I'm saying about Libra with the scales, is that it's all about balance. It's all about being able to see, okay, here's my perspective and here's my point of view, and here is the other perspective and another point of view. And you want to be able to see both sides so you can be fully rounded in making an informed decision. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's really going to be all about looking at things from both ends, not just your perspective, not just my perspective, not just one point of view, but multiple points of views, multiple perceptions, multiple different ways to look at one situation. And when we do that, we expand our minds and we round ourselves in whatever is going on. Like I said, so we can make an informed decision. So really, Libra is very good at transforming, kind of shape shifting, kind of, okay, well, now I'm seeing it from this way. So maybe what happens if I look at it from this way? And this is what I'm saying about dream sweet, sleep deep, and deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. When we are sleeping at night, especially at night, when our bodies are asleep and it's not doing anything else, it's just resting, our body is performing several different functions, millions of different functions at once, because that's the only time that it has in a 24-hour period to really get some things done, because we're not running around, we're not eating, we're not talking to someone, we're not using our brains, we're not using our organs, we're just resting. Our body is in a state of kind of co-pilot, and it's just resting, and it's on kind of almost like auto drive. The body is going to do what it needs to do. It's going to breathe, it's going to function and do all the things that it needs to do, and it's also going to do the things that it didn't get a chance to do throughout the day. That's why rest, relaxation is so extremely important. Like I just told you guys, Jupiter went retrograde just a few days ago, just about 4 days ago here. And so that goes to show you right there that even the planets need deep replenishment. They need retreat, rest, and relaxation. Even they need to dream sweet and sleep deep, because when you're just going, you can't really stop and observe and take in the things that you need to take in. I'm a fixed earth sign, so I'm all about stopping and observing and looking at everything, sometimes almost to a fault. So that's why I do love this energy of this air element, and kind of getting that little nudge and that little push to, hey, do something different, switch up your energy a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. But for sure, when our bodies are resting, even our physical bodies, it's beneficial. It's beneficial for our entire well-being, because our body is able to do things that it cannot do when we are up and running about and doing God knows what, so our bodies need rest, just like the planets need rest when they go into retrograde. And it may look as though they're going backwards, but they're actually kind of staying stationary and just not moving while the earth is turning. And so it looks like they're going backwards, but what they're actually doing is they're just resting. They're moving at an extremely slow pace. They're resting. They're taking a break. Even they need a break. So obviously we need a break too. And this is really a time where, like I said, Libra is so intellectual that they're going to really be looking deeply into things. That's what air signs do. They are, in a sense, not that air signs are detached from their emotions, but they are more so concerned with what exactly is going on here. Maybe this has happened, but I need to understand why this is happening. I'll cry about it later, but let me just try to understand exactly why this is happening. And kind of air signs, they have just a natural way of just going, all right, well, let me put my emotions on the back burner for a minute and just really go deep. And that's what Libra is going to do. And with Jupiter being in retrograde right now, Jupiter is really going to give us some time to kind of push us to look more inwards, be more introspective at this time, really look into what it is that we want. What do we believe? What do we see? What do we view? What is it that we want to do? Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius, who's all about roaming and going. And when Jupiter goes retrograde, it's almost like, okay, well, let me stop moving and let me start sitting. Let me go stationary. So now, instead of me physically moving, having all this physical movement, I'm going to have more of this internal movement where I'm doing this internal exploration. And Libra, with this full moon in Libra, Libra is really going to be able to shed a light, because Libra rules the 7th house. Libra is really going to be able to shed a lot of light on our partnerships, our one-on-one relationships, our relationships with our close loved ones. So it's going to be able to shed a lot of light on those partnerships and those relationships, how they make us feel. What do they make us do? Or not what do they make us do, but how do they make us feel? Are they conducive? Are they detrimental? Are they hurting us? Are they helping us? Are they negative? Are they positive? What are they really? And this is really going to be a time for us to really seriously look into that, as well as look into ourselves and see, like I said, it's not just going to be about just our perspective anymore. It's also going to be about the other perspective, the other side of things. And so I'm seeing that with this energy coming up for this full moon, it's going to be a very, very beautiful time to just really just kind of rest and relax, you know? Like, I know we want to do a lot, especially for these new moons and full moons. Like, let's do this new moon ritual or this full moon ritual, or I need to do this whole elaborate like ritual to release something or someone out of my life, or I need to do this whole elaborate ritual to attract, you know, law of attraction, attract things into my life for this full moon or this new moon or whatever the case. And you know, honestly, I would say right now that this full moon in Libra for me with the spread is signaling to really just kind of relax, just kind of take a break, take it slow, observe things, really look at things, really go inwards. And you can't really do too much movement when you've gone inwards, you know, because that's where your focus is at. And I believe that that's exactly what this Eight of Wands is alluding to. Now we have a completely new target that we are focused on and that we are trying to understand and figure out. And it's going to move very quickly. The Eight of Wands, like I said, it represents a quickness kind of in a way where things are going to go very, very quickly, very, very fast. And I think once we kind of wake up and realize, hey, I want some deeper meaning here. What's going on here? Why is this happening? And the Lovers is also about balance. I didn't even notice that until just now. The Lovers card is also about balance. It's also about, you know, kind of like this scale thing going on where it's like, you know, the Lovers, it sounds like it's talking about a relationship, but what it's actually talking about is balance, partnership, balance within a partnership, balance with another entity, balance with another energy, balance with another human being, balance with something else, you know, balance with another aspect of our lives. And there's so much alluding to balance here and shifting that focus, shifting that gaze onto something else, looking past what's happened, looking past our own feelings and looking towards the new goal. The new goal here is peace. The new goal here is meaning. The new goal here is purpose. How do I get there? By looking past the bullshit, by looking past my emotions, by looking past what you've done, looking past what I've done, and understanding why this happened in the first place. And like I said, the Four of Coins, leaving the familiar. So if you have to have a conversation, you have that conversation. If you have to have a conversation or do something that's a little bit difficult for you or a little uncomfortable for you, now's the time to do it. You're ready to do it, especially with the sun being in Aries. And the sun is going to be in Aries until April 20th. So the sun will be in Aries for this full moon in Libra here. And that sun in Aries is really going to give us that extra push, the extra boldness, the extra confidence to really say what it is that we need to say. As well as with Mars being in Gemini, Mars and Gemini will definitely also kind of give us that verbal edge because Gemini is such a talker. So, you know, that it could really be a good idea to, if you feel as if you need to have a conversation, to do that. And like I said, I see the Three of Wands here. So I see somebody making the very first steps. I see somebody either starting to be inquisitive about what has happened, being curious about what has happened and why this is happening, or somebody saying like, hey, this needs to get handled, this needs to get solved. I see what the issue is. Now I'm ready to solve it, you know? Now I'm ready to find this balance. Now I'm ready to find this meaning. I'm ready to let go of the comfortability. I'm ready to let go of the familiar, because the familiar has gotten me to this place where I'm in balance and I'm feeling as if my life is just kind of tipping in one direction or another, and I need to balance. I need to even that out. So I'm going to let go of the familiar. I'm going to let go of what it is that I know. I'm going to let go of the fact that it's like, we have issues, but I don't want to rock the boat. Screw that. I'm going to rock the boat because I need balance. I need something out of this that I'm not getting anymore. So I'm leaving the familiar. I'm going to rock the boat. I'm going to do the things that kind of freak me out or scare me or make me uncomfortable because I can see the destination. I can see the goal. I have a new focus, and I realize now what it is that I need to focus on. I'm looking past myself. I'm looking past my own emotions. I don't care about those right now. I'm putting those on the back burner because there's a more pressing issue here at hand, and I'm ready to get to solving it. Okay, so, and we have Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer, is all about healing. all about healing and compassion right now. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. This is telling us what? This is telling us to have compassion. How do we have compassion? By seeing the other side, by being empathetic, by seeing the other side, just like the scales that symbolize Libra. Libra doesn't just see its one side. It doesn't just see its own side. It sees the other side as well. It has compassion. It has empathy. It's able to soften its heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including themselves. That is the gift that Libra brings. And that is the gift that this full moon in Libra is going to bring. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So by doing this work, by doing this really uncomfortable work, it's going to actually raise your vibration. And I believe that, this is something that we've all been kind of feeling, is like, it's time to get things. It's time to get things in alignment so that the way I can move forward with what it is that I need to move forward with, but I really can't while this situation is just kind of sitting here anchoring me in this low vibrational state or trying to pull my vibrational frequency down, let me see, what else am I seeing here? Yeah, this is really going to be a time about rest. I'm not saying not to perform any sort of rituals or anything like that. I'm just saying to really prioritize just going inwards. When I say rest and relaxation, retreat, deep replenishment, dream sweet, sleep deep, what I'm saying is to allow yourself to really connect intuitively with source, with spirit, with the divine, with the universe, with the divine feminine, the divine masculine, whatever it is you call him, God, whatever it is you consider him, Mother Nature, the universe, the Most High, whatever it is you want to call him. This is really a time to connect with source. And the best way to connect with source is to slow down and to stop living life through these 5 tangible senses and to start living life through this intuitive sense that we have, this spiritual side of ourselves that we have. To connect with that is to connect with source. And when we connect with source, we kind of allow mind, body, and spirit to do their own thing so they can just kind of naturally align. And that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about retreat and rest. So it's not to say that you can't do any rituals or anything like that for this full moon. But I do think that a lot of it is going to really be, or a lot of it should really be based around kind of healing, healing. What is it that I need to focus my gaze on? Making sure that, just kind of checking in with yourself. How are you feeling? How are you doing? What do you feel right now? Do you feel like something's missing or out of place? Do you feel like you're out of touch with something? Just really kind of do like a nice assessment of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and how you're feeling. Oh, and the last card here to talk about is octopus. Octopus is all about reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. So I'm just going to read to you guys the passage here of the octopus. So the octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, it's interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, it's needy, clingy, lacks courage. And to bring into balance, space to oneself and talk therapy, you guys. What did we just say? Or what did I just say? I think that what we really need to focus on for this full moon here is getting to ourselves, seclusion, being secluded, being alone. And it says to bring into balance, space to oneself is what we really need. So the octopus is really just kind of all about us having courage, being engaged, and just kind of being fully aware of where we're at and how we're feeling. It also talks about relationships and how relationships can get messy if you're feeling drained from a certain person or a certain situation or a certain energy. So really pay attention to how it is that you're feeling. Let me see if I'm seeing anything else with this spread. I believe that with this happy card here, that to find true fulfillment and peace and contentment, to find this happy place, is going to come with a sense of deep knowing and deep understanding of ourselves and of our life and of where we're at. And like I said, Jupiter retrograde is going to bring a lot of introspection. It's going to bring a lot of soul searching into our lives. And with this full moon being in Libra, this is the perfect time to really do some soul searching, you guys. So, really take it easy. Do your normal, if you had a ritual planned out for this full moon, don't let this stop you. Don't let this discourage you. Like I said, I was just giving you guys a nice little overview of the energy for this full moon in Libra that we're going to be having here this upcoming April 19th, 2019. But this is all that I'm pretty much seeing for you guys. For the spread for all of us for this full moon in Libra coming up here. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray that you guys have an amazing full moon coming up. This is really going to be an awesome, auspicious time. Really take advantage of it. It's going to be amazing. And, do your own research on this full moon in Libra and see, what this full moon in Libra can bring. So thank you guys, like I said, so much for tuning in. I'm sending you guys all of my vibes of love, light, and positive energy for this full moon. And I will be back next time, okay? Bye, guys.